Hey guys, this week I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm pre-recording this. I normally do lives on Saturdays at 12, but today is different. I want to focus in on one thing, which is what do you actually do with vulnerability management and GRC? That's the reason why I want to talk about these particular topics is because this is mainly what I've done. I've done other thing like cyber analysis work or threat intelligence scanning. I've done other things, but this is really what I've mainly done, which is vulnerability management and GRC stuff. And I want to show you like what do we do? Like what tools we use, what goes into it from a high level. And then I hope that I can go deeper into this with a part 2 where we actually mess around with the tools because I'm setting up the tools and everything, and it's just taking way longer than I thought. So let's get into this. Let me just go ahead and switch to this. All right, here we go. What do we do in vulnerability management and GRC? I want to demystify this. I want to break it down in a simple way that the way that I understand it. And first of all, let's put all this in context. I want you guys to know that cybersecurity is a huge field. Like a lot of people speak on it and they say, oh, you can't be cybersecurity unless you know how to code, or you can't be in cybersecurity unless X, Y, and Z. But the truth of the matter is, it's a gigantic field. It's a gigantic umbrella. And some people say there's a difference between cybersecurity and information security or whatever, right? Whatever word you use, I just want to paint a landscape for you. NIST has a really good breakdown of this, or actually the National Institute, a National Initiative for Cybersecurity Workforce. These guys came up with this really good breakdown of the specialty areas, and those break down into roles, work roles. Here's the specialty areas, just to give you an idea of cybersecurity as a whole, because I want to show you where vulnerability management and GRC fits in this whole scheme of things. And this might not even be an area you want to, this will give you an idea of what area you want to go into. This is what the workforce framework looks like, and it's been adopted across the federal government and even some state, and it's been adopted quite widely. I'm always surprised that it just went way beyond just the NIST. But they've got investigate as a specialty category, or as a categories, excuse me. You got 7 categories, and those break down into 33 specialty areas. So the 7 categories are investigate, collect and operate, protect and defend, and analyze, operate and manage and maintain, oversight and govern, and securely provision. Where we stand in with vulnerability management, it's either investigate, where you're doing incident response and vulnerability assessment and management, or protect and defend, which also includes vulnerability assessment and management. It falls in one of those different categories. And then GRC is hovers in this area over here, overseeing and governing, which includes things like project and program management. It also includes things like training, and information system security officer work is also in this category under cybersecurity management. ISSMs are also here. There's other specialty areas like if you're doing cyber threat intelligence, that's probably more in the exploit analysis, which is analyze. And then you've got other areas where you're doing intelligence has its own, it's also probably under analyze. So you've got many different areas in this. You've got people who are firewall experts, you've got people and that's all they do. You've got people who are network engineers, security, and that's all they do. You got all these different categories. Not all of them have to know programming or scripting or whatever. Don't get me wrong, if scripting that is a superpower. But let me give you a further breakdown of this to give you an idea of how the cybersecurity umbrella fits over everything. There's this great site that I use often from this dude named Paul Jeremy. And if you've ever watched me before, you've probably heard me mention this guy's website. And the reason why is because he actually took from this categorization that comes from the nice workforce framework, and he broke it down further into how much money you can make in each category and what kinds of jobs, and he modernized the job titles and everything. So if you want to check that out, it looks a little something like this. Here's his website right here. Here's the thing that we're looking at. And you can see, let me just take one here, the one we're talking about, which is probably somewhere in the cyber defense analysis or incident response. These names are all can shift and stuff. It's not always going to be you're a vulnerability manager for X, Y, and Z. Sometimes I'll get into a position and I'm doing mostly vulnerability management, but they call me a cybersecurity officer or something. The names are going to be different. But so let's look for, okay, here's one: threat warning analyst, like a cyber threat intelligence person would be here, and this telling you like how much, approximately how much they make. Now, this right here, this cost, it really depends on a lot of different factors, like how many years of experience you have, like how many, where you live in the United States or in the world. Like there's a lot of different factors. GRC people would probably fall if it's even in here. I'm not really seeing it. Let me see. Planner, all source, nope. Cyber defender, IT, and you guys probably are looking at right at it. Okay, here's vulnerability and assessment and analysis here. That's we put it under VAM, and that one is making. Oh, it's okay. There we go. This one's under protect and defend, and that one is way up there in the cost. I don't know about that. I'm not sure how. Maybe I'm reading this wrong. It's saying like 200,000. I don't know if that's how accurate that is, or maybe I'm reading it wrong. But anyway, vulnerability assessment is under protect and defend. He's given some estimate of how much how much you can make in that field. And yeah, it goes pretty far, but it depends on where you're working. Like I think Google probably pays something like that. Back in the old days, things are changing now. Let's look for GRC people. Just GRC people are here in this area and oversee and govern, and they would be under cybersecurity. Yeah, here's one, ISSM right there. It'd be under this area, MGT, and it's saying that they make 140-ish. Yeah, that's, yeah, probably a little bit more than that, depending on where you're at. And let's keep going with the slide deck here. There's other things I want to show you. Another thing he does that's great is he breaks this down further into certification. So if you're wondering, like it's and not to be like too involved in the certification thing. I know that some people that's all they talk about or whatever. And there's way more experience is way more important. I want to emphasize that every time. But looking at this, it gives you an idea of what to learn. The curriculum should intrigue you, but he's broken this down into the work areas and roles and said, okay, I'll give you an example. If you do a security and risk management, these are the types of certifications that are gonna help you out in that career path. Or if you, let's say you're in the pen testing path, he's saying, okay, you're in pen testing. If you go further into this, he says, okay, you probably there's some you probably want to get the G pen, or you want to focus on the OSCP, which is somewhere in here. You want to, you get the idea. But it, what I want you to take away from this is that cybersecurity is a gigantic field. It's not just one thing, it's many different areas. And if you're talking about GRC stuff, that's here. That's in this middle path right here. And you've got things like the CISSP, you've got things like Security Plus, you've got things like the GSEC, CASP Plus, which is now called Security X. And then if you're talking about vulnerability analysis, I think the vulnerability management will probably be security architecture and engineering or operations. I'm not sure which one. Incident handling, maybe. Let's see. It could be. It just depends on what you're doing, and I'm not seeing where I would actually fit that, except maybe incident handling, maybe, or security communication. I would probably put it in security architecture, to be honest with you, because you're involved with that process, or risk, or actually security risk. Yeah, probably security risk. I'll probably put it in that range because you're dealing with minimizing security risks. You could probably put it in the black here in the middle. Anyway, let's keep going. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of where cybersecurity, where we fit in this thing.